and his name shall be in their foreheads.
Right, so let's read that again.
Revelation 22, verse 4.
Yeah. You go.
Let me start with verse 3. And there shall be no more curse.
Right.
But the throne of the Most High and of the Lamb shall be in it.
Right, it says the Lamb shall be in it. Yahawashi is going to be in the midst of it.
And his servants shall serve him.
Okay.
And they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their forehead.
And he shall see his face. So we're going to be able to see the Heavenly Father.
Right.
Because we're going to have those everlasting righteous bodies, those pure bodies, man. To where the Most High don't have to behold any evil anymore.
You see that? Yeah, because when it says that no man shall see me and live.
Right.
We know mortal man.
Right.
Because we're subject to vanity. You can't see something that's purely, the sin says his face is too pure to behold evil.
Yep.
You understand? That's why we have to look away.
And that's why he has these angels to see what we're doing.
Right.
Because the angels, they're the reporters. They report when they see something that man is doing down here. They report back to the Heavenly Father and tell the Heavenly Father, look, this is what the deal is. You know? So there's an order to a lot of things, man.
This is that we're gonna be like him.
Right.
Like the angels, like Yahawashi shall be like him.
Yeah, you talking about the one where Yahawashi said,
so we're gonna be like him.
right, but we're gonna do better, right?
No. We're gonna, and his revealing, we're gonna be like him.
Oh.
Forget how it goes. I don't know.
Let me see something. Because Yahawashi, he was on a higher level, man.
Yeah.
And he's gonna come back. Well, really, we know what I wanted to say is we're gonna be able to judge angels too.
Wow.
When the Most High gives us that ability, so we're gonna be God-like. We're literally gonna revert back to being God-like again. Okay? And them angels, they're gonna be under us. Even them angels on the left-hand side, which they're all good angels because they all do the bidding of the Father. But we're gonna have power over even the spiritual demon Satan too.
Woo.
So that's that God, that's that God-like power we're gonna have. So Esau, he's trying to maintain his little level of power, but it ain't the real power we're gonna get. That's what you call real power, man. How you actually govern spirits, unseen spirits, man. And that's real power for your ass right there. Now, if you could do that, that means you can govern even spirits, even in the physical reality. Because all of us are all spirits. So we'll literally be able to control everything, man. If you can control the spirit of something or invisible energy, you got the whole shit down packed, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no nation is gonna be able to come up against us. Not one. Go on.
Yep. A little bit of that's in Doctor Strange. Just show a little glimpse of what they imagine in their mind. Esau,
Right.
Doctor Strange, he's able to manipulate matter.
Right.
So he can turn anything that is material, he can change it, he can move it, he can move a building with his hand, with his mind.
Yeah, he can alter it.
Manipulate matter, yeah, so
Yep.
I got a little thing.
it's a little gist on the left hand side.
It's not the one I want. Oh, it's not the one I want. It's Job 4, verse 17. Shall mortal man be more just than the Most High?
Nope.
Shall a man be more pure than his maker?
Nope.
Behold, he put no trust in his servants, and his angels he charged with folly.
Right, his angels he charged with folly. So that shows you that there's different levels. There's different levels of power. Because the angels, like I said, the angels are able to do the job that the Most High can't do.
Right.
As I just said, the Most High ain't gonna be able to behold evil.
Right.
The angels are doing that because they're on a lower level. Okay? So the Most High created everything in this order. That's why the scripture says also in the New Testament, it says that he is not the author of confusion. So when you take confusion out of the equation, what do you have? Order.
That's deep, though. The Most High look at the angels as being filthy. He said he only charged his own angels with folly. the righteous heavenly angels.
Brother, he go, come on, man. Go on, say what you gotta say.
The Most High charged the angels of folly. He charged them with madness. You know, right, that Gabriel, Michael, he cursed out the angel them. You know? They say, how much less in them that dwell in houses of clay, whose foundation is in the dust, which are crushed before the moth.
Right.
They are destroyed from morning to evening. They perish forever without any regarding it. Doth not their excellency which is in them go away? They die even without wisdom.
Right. But you got, like we always say, right? Not always say, but when you do have people out there that are old in age, and they
didn't learn shit.
They ain't learn nothing, you know.
Yep.
So you got those kind of men out there. But the point of the matter is that, like I said, there's levels, because the angels, they're not so clean in the eyes of the Lord, as Job said. So that's why they're usable to hold evil.
Talking about old people that don't learn shit, look who it is.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Most of make it manifest.
This is 1 John 3:2, and it says, Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it does not yet appear what we shall be, but we shall know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.
Right.
It says, 1 John 3:2, and it says, Second one, it says, Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the Most High.
Right, that we shall be called the sons of the Most High, going all the way back to Genesis chapter 6. There's them men in Genesis chapter 6, they want a higher level, man. Okay, and this is why when you go to Genesis chapter 6, it talks about the Nephilim.
Right, yeah.
The Nephilim is talking about those that were giants. Now they may be giant in stature, but they were legendary
status.
In terms of their status. The works that they did, it was God-like. So we're gonna go all the way back to being that way all over again. That's why Yahawashi said, he said, look, the oneness that I've did, you should be more and greater. Okay, so we're gonna be God-like. And now I said, Lord, me dog them. There he go again.
And it says, therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High.
Right, now we are the sons of the Most High. Go on.
And it does not yet appear what we shall be.
Right.
But we shall know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him. For we shall see him as he is.
Right, we shall see him as he is. So we're going to be able to see the Most High again. As we just read, the Most High shall see his face, right? So we're going to be able to see, we're going to be able to connect with the Heavenly Father. In totality. You know, we're not going to be able to pray and we feel like he ain't hearing what we have to say. Although the Lord is hearing the prayer of the humble.
Yeah.
The prayer of the humble pierces the clouds, so it happens. But it's really the angels that are hearing our prayers, and they're taking heed of what we're saying, and they're reporting it back to the Most High. Go on, man.
And every man that have this hope in him purifieth himself, even as he is pure.
Yeah, read that again, brother.
And every man that have this hope in him purifieth himself.
Yes, it's every man that have this hope in him. What is the hope? The kingdom of heaven. It's the things that involve the kingdom of heaven. Go on.
This smoke of
He says purifieth himself, even as he is pure.
Yep.
the spirit.
That's it.
Oh, that's
this
it, man.
in a smoke.
And even though he is pure, so this
Black.
truth purifies you.
Black.
It brings you back to your original
Red.
state. And the reason why
Green.
Jacob's bugged out their mind because
Look up
they
here.
don't got the
Bob
truth.
Marley.
They don't have the truth.
Cry
But the
myself.
Most High's going to give them the
I
truth of
have
the kingdom though.
Who is
And
the
they're going
Most
to be
High?
purified. And that's why Jacob's sick.
One shot in the forehead.
Okay.
They got them two stripping.
That's just the deal, man. Anyway.
Was he for real?
Yeah, brother, you can give me that precept when the Yahawashi said, you should do more and greater. This works that I've done, you should do more and greater. There's a reason why Yahawashi was able to heal the sick, because he had a level of spiritual power. And he would have those abilities because he's the begotten spirit. He's the begotten spirit, so he would have certain powers that we wouldn't have. But we're gonna get those powers and we're gonna
Yes,
do
sir.
something. All right, man. Take care. Yeah.
Curious.
All right, man. Definitely.
Football.
That's
As long as we don't receive them once. You see that before. You can't just nobody. Don't not this.
Well, let's go from here. Leave these people be.
No man. I mean,
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Got it. I really find it proper.
This is our 1 John 14 and 12, and it says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, he shall do also.
That's the one I want to get. So read that again.
It says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also.
Right. So if we believe on these works that Yahawashi did, like, a lot of people don't.
Bro, please, let's go. Let's leave them alone, please.
So Yahawashi, right? Yahawashi.
They don't want to
A
talk.
lot of people don't believe that he walked on water, but we believe that he walked on water. We believe that he.
Leave them alone, man. What the fuck is this, bro?
Every fishing about this mountain will get caught.
Anyway, that's on Satan now. Satan's out intervening now. Read that again, bro. Read that again.
It says, Verily, verily, I say
Guys, don't
unto
be angry.
you,
Don't be angry, please.
he that
Let's go, my
believeth on
bro.
me, the works that I do,
Can we
he
fucking
shall
go,
do
bro?
also.
Get dirty ass, lad.
Read that again.
I say you can't.
Read that again.
Yes, read it again.
Verily, verily, I
Take
say
them
unto
on.
you,
Never take them on.
he that believeth on me,
Stupid.
the works that I do, he shall do also.
Right, so if we believe in the works that he did, like healed the sick, walked on water, and that kind of sort of thing, then we're gonna be doing works in greater. Like Peter was told by Yahawashi to also follow him by walking
Them
on
want a
water.
double plug in at them mouth.
Right? And what did Peter do? Peter wanted walking on water, but when he lost that faith,
Let's go. Leave them alone. Let's go.
he went underneath the waters. Alright? That's when he lost that faith. But that's why it says if we believe in the works that he did.
Come with me. Let's go.
Come on, bro. Yeah, read that one more time.
Come on, I tell you something. Come
It
with
says,
me.
Verily, verily, I say
Yeah, he's
unto
got
you,
something to say.
that he that believeth on me, the works that I do, he shall do also.
So we're going to do greater works.
Come with me. I explain to you.
And greater works than these shall he do.
Right, so that's how it's going to go down. That's how it's going to go down. See, that's just the thing. Jake is sick, man. Jake is ill. So, I mean, you know, normally you get mad, but you can't really get mad.
Yeah.
They're all sick. Like this girl, I read a girl automatically when I turned around. She said, God created me. Which the demons round about that.
Yeah, you can tell she's a demon because she's wearing two different shoes. One
Yeah.
black, one white.
Wow.
Oh, she was, right? Yeah, that's a sick. People are sick out here, man. You know, it's funny. It is funny though, but realistically speaking, man, it's sad, man. It's really sad.
When we put up curses, those curses, they go to those people, you know what I mean? That's why I always put up curses every night. I do it because I know there's some fucking wickedness around. Some of them in your own family, in your own so-called people, which they're not our people, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So that's why I put up these curses, man.
That's how my dad was, exactly like that fella, you know. Exactly the same. In every way. In one drink. One sip of a drink. He's slapping you on your head, telling you he's man from uncle.
Yahawashi was here. He will speak. That's the people that the people will bring to him.
Yeah.
You look at the demon.
Yeah.
You speak to it. Who are you, Legion?
Right.
Yeah, he killed him, yeah.
You rebuke it, say get out, and then you just go back. You go back to bring from
Square
that
one again.
to be
Yeah.
normal again, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so the bar, read what you got again, man. All of that demon
He
activity.
seemed like he was under the influence of.
Yeah, that guy's possessed, man. That guy's possessed. Everybody out here, most people out here, they're possessed by some kind of demon. Yeah, read that.
It's John 14 and 12, and it says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, he shall do also, and greater works than this shall he do, because I go unto my Father.
Exactly. So if we believe in what Yahawashi did, because we believe everything. We don't just believe in his words, but we believe in his whole entire book. We believe in the whole volume of the whole book. So if we believe in the whole book now, then it's ultimate and it's automatic that we're going to receive the power. All right, it's a must. So we're going to do more and greater than what Yahawashi did. All right, and this is what Yahawashi said. So that means we're going to be able to judge spirits. We're going to be able to control certain entities that you don't see every day. And if we can do that, then we can control the minds of the people. Like how the Most High, he's able to manipulate the minds of man, right? We'll probably be able to do something like that. The Most High probably give us the ability to do that.
Right.
So if you want an Edomite to do a certain work, let's say for example, right? The Edomite is building a a house of your own, right? And you want to stop Esau from revolting, you can actually do that. Be able to do that. You know?
You said from revolting?
No, yeah, from revolting, which Esau ain't gonna revolt anyway. But I'm just saying in general, you know, when they try to irritate us.
Yeah.
We got things we have to build up and everything. Yeah. We be to control them going.
Isaiah 40, verse 29. Excuse me, 28. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting power, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary, there is no searching of his understanding.
Right, exactly. And also, we're not going to be weary no more. See, we're going to be just like the Most High. Because the Most High, he don't get tired. The angels don't even get tired. So guess what? When the Most High gives us those spiritual bodies, we're not going to get tired anymore. Thereby, we'll be able to maintain what? The everlasting kingdom. Go on.
He giveth power to the faint.
Right.
And to them that have no might, he increaseth strength.
Right. Exactly. So the faint is talking about those that are weak. And we are weak because we're in this flesh. That's what oppresses the spirit, or oppressing down the spirit. It's the flesh. Whether it's sickness, okay, mainly a sickness really. It's the sickness that the flesh has within it that holds the spirit down. So that's going to be changed, and the Most High is going to give power to the faint. And that's that extreme everlasting power to maintain the everlasting kingdom once again. Okay? So, because when you think about it, when you maintain the kingdom, what entails maintaining the kingdom? By making sure that people don't rise up against you. That always happens. Like, for example, in ancient Rome, you always had revolts of those that were of a different race. They've tried to revolt against ancient Rome. So so the Lord knows that you're going to have people. Well, let me read what I'm saying. Right? Mankind is naturally set up to revolt against a government that they don't really like or so. So we're gonna have to be dealing with that situation, but we'll be able to easily deal with that situation. Because we're gonna have the extreme power over them. Like I said, if you got control over spirits, you got the extreme power right now. That's extreme power going, bro.
They say, even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord.
Right, it says, but they that wait upon the Lord. Who's waiting upon the Lord? Is the Christians doing it? No. We're the ones that's waiting upon the Lord. That's why we're doing the work. We're the ones that's inquiring and hastening the day when the Lord is going to come. We're the ones that's doing that. So it's us that's waiting upon the Lord. Go on.
But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength.
Exactly.
They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary.
Just like the Most High don't get weary. You see that? Go on.
And they shall walk and not faint.
Right, and they shall walk and not faint. So when we run and when we walk for as long as we want to walk, we're not going to get tired.
Imagine that, boy.
We're going to be able to run for ages and not get tired. We'll be able to run for not even 20 minutes, but 5 hours is we'll get tired.
All day, all week.
Right, if you want to.
Months.
Go on.
This is this is Malachi 4 verse 2. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings.
Right. Exactly. So we're gonna be healed.
Right.
So Yahawashi, he's gonna begin the healing, and then ultimately we're gonna revert back to having those godlike bodies again. See, everything's gonna go all the way back to what it used to be in the beginning, because we've come full circle. All right, we went through the Egyptian captivity. You know, we went through the Tower of Babel. We went under that society, right? And then you also had the flood. Okay, and then after that you had Sodom and Gomorrah, that came into effect, and you had other societies that came after these kingdoms. So now we're at the last leg of the revival of the ancient Roman system and the last leg of all these other paganistic societies. And we're about to witness or experience the new beginning or the refreshment of the earth. Okay? And if the earth is going to be refreshed, meaning that we came out of the earth, we're going to be restored and refreshed.
Right.
Go on.
And ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall.
Right. Meaning we're gonna become big. We're gonna grow bigger. Go on.
Yeah. And ye shall tread down the wicked, but they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet.
Yeah, we're gonna be equivalent to like David, because David had what you call spiritual power too.
Mightier.
Yeah, we're gonna be mightier than David, because David was in the flesh as well. That's why he committed adultery. That was the works of the flesh. So we're gonna be like the brother correctly, right? We're gonna be a lot more mightier than he was. So if David was knocking those nations down and out, and he was in the flesh, then it's gonna be an impossible task for them to war against us, man.
You said,
go on.
Zechariah 12 verse 8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David.
Right, them that are feeble amongst them shall be as David, meaning they're going to be held with strength.
Even the weakest one is going to be like David, back in his glory, in the days of his glory.
Right.
Even the weakest man. So imagine what the strongest man be like.
So the strongest man will judge a whole country.
Right.
Worse, man, worse. Like the angel of him. In fact, let me read on. Hold on. Wait there. Let me read it. And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the Most High, as the angel of Yahweh before them.
And the reason why it says that the house of David shall be as the Most High, because you're going to have brothers with that power.
Yeah.
And every brother's going to have their level of power with them. So when you combine that level of power on the earth, it is like the Most High, man.
Yeah.
That power cannot be destroyed or destroyed.
A consuming fire.
Exactly.
Consuming fire. You're gonna be like the thing that hit Mozambique.
Right. The
cyclone.
We're gonna use cyclone, man. Yeah. An unstoppable thing.
That's why. Matter of fact, get that in Jeremiah 51. That's why the Lord is. He said, I will use thee as a battle axe, as a weapon of war.
Yeah.
And in thee I will tear thee the nations. So we're going to be like the Most High, because all of that power is going to be amalgamated into just one wave, and that right there is just going to seal the deal. These nations ain't no longer going to be able to conquer us anymore. And the only reason why the nations have conquered us in the process of time is because we went wrong. We went off.
That's why the guys that go, the other camps, the ones that are going to what you call those gun ranges to practice, to practice to fight this battle of Armageddon. Yeah, that's going off, man. Because you think your own skill is what's gonna bring ISO down, man.
Yeah,
you know.
It's told you that the weapon deliver you.
And that's a weak weapon anyway. That's one of the that's the lowest weapon. Esau's got the lowest weapon. That is a weapon, but it's very, very low.
It's low technology.
Yeah.
That, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, what's the gun gonna do?
Exactly. Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, like technically, I mean, there's only so much bullets you can shoot out the gun, and the bullets, you know, sometimes you can shoot somebody and they still live.
Yeah.
So how powerful is a bullet? How powerful is them guns? So when the Most High gives us that power, man, we'll be able to actually take the gun from the man's hand and break that shit, man, without even literally having to actually grab the gun and break it. We'll be able to break it.
Like X-Men, that guy, Professor, what's it, Magneto?
Yeah, Magneto,
Let me say what you gotta say.
The police surrounded him, all pointed their guns at him, and then he used his power.
Yeah.
And the guns turned around and pointed at him instead.
Yeah, exactly. So that's, hey man, I'm glad the bar brought that out, because that's what we're gonna be able to do. We're gonna be able to pretty much take them guns away, right? Destroy that bad boy. Do that shit away, and we gonna beat them upside the head. You understand? And me personally, I'm gonna just be honest, right? I don't really like guns, man. I hate guns, man.
Yeah.
I remember my pops. He took me to the gun range, right? And I was like, man, I can't do this shit, man. This shit is too loud. And I don't like this, man. I don't like this gun business. You know? I wasn't really feeling it, you know. I personally don't like guns. Go on.
Leviticus 26 verse 7. And ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword.
Right.
And 5 of you shall chase 100.
Yeah, that's complete power, man. That's spiritual power. If one man can flee 5 men, that's power. That goes far beyond looking for equal rights and justice, man. Okay, that goes far beyond the kind of power that Jake wants. All right, go on.
And 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight.
Right, and that's why it says that the house of David shall be as the Most High. Because if one man, read that again.
And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight.
Right, so 100 of you are going to put 10,000 to flight. So combine all of those 144,000 men with that kind of power. Come on,
It's enough.
come on.
I've been getting a lot of dreams lately of spiritual power. I've just been writing it down in my calendar because maybe I'm going to put it in a video.
Yeah, you could do that. You should do that.
A lot to do with flying and all, and seeing missiles and being over army bases and things like that. But I might, if the Most High, through the Spirit, if the Most High wants me to do it, I'll do it. But I'm asking him if I should not do it or I won't do it.
If you got Jake out there, like I said, equal rights and justice, the Most High is going to give us way more than equal rights and justice, man.
Right.
The nations, they're going to be begging for equal rights. Go on.
Joshua 23 verse 9. For the Lord hath driven out from before you great nations and strong, but as for you, no man hath been able to stand before you unto this day.
Right, exactly. I like that, bro. That's a prime example, bro.
1 man of you shall chase 1,000.
Right, it says one. Boy, let's read that again. Come on, we have to read that again.
Verse 10. 1 man of you shall chase 1,000.
So what precept is that?
Joshua chapter 23 verse 10.
Okay, go on.
For the Lord your God, he it is that fighteth for you as he hath promised you.
She no baggy. Look. The body has stick out.
But you gotta respect her.
Oh
You have to respect her and treat her like queen
Oh,
wife.
shit.
Yeah,
I didn't want to film her, you know what I mean? This is a PG video. It's lucky.
Yeah, people are just going bonkers, man. People are actually mad this time. Go on, bro. People are sick. No, read that verse again. I didn't catch on to it. What else?
Joshua 23 verse 9. The Lord hath driven out from before you great nations and strong.
And the Lord is going to do that again. There's no new thing under the sun saying that it is new. It have already been of old time.
Imagine that.
So it's going to come back all over again. That right there is going to come back. Because the power that we're going to get, right? That's why it says we shall be as the Most High, because it's going to come from Him. It's going to come from the Most High. Okay? And the Most High is going to have that power. We're always going to have that power. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
We're going to remain in that power, so to speak. So we're not going to be taken out. That's why it tells you about the everlasting kingdom.
Yeah.
Like I said, in order for you to uphold any kingdom, you have to be mindful that people are going to war against you one day. Okay? And that's something that Esau has to worry about. That's why Esau has got these phones. God is using these phones. God is using the internet. The reason why we're using the internet and these phones and all of these techno gadgets that we're using is so that he can keep an eye on the state of the people. That's what he's doing, man.
Right.
You know the whole scope there, man. But see, we're not going to have to do that. We're not going to have to worry about what nation is doing what. Because if any nation do anything, we could just shut them down.
No.
We could just teleport. We could teleport in a secret place of these nations, of them conspiring, and jack them up in that secret place. You understand? So we're going to be all around this, man. We're going to be like the Most High. The Most High is omnipotent, right? We're going to be omnipotent. That's how it's going to be. We're going to have complete power going on. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's all about power.
Was it like all the superheroes that you could ever imagine in your mind all rolled into one?
It's all rolled into one, brother.
Predator, all of them.
Yep.
Magneto, a lot of them.
You're gonna have brothers. They're gonna be big like the Hulk and shit. You know? Yep. You're going, bro.
That's it. But as for you, no man has been able to stand before you until this day.
Until this day. That's how it's gonna be in the kingdom. unto this very day, no man has been able to stand up against us. But that's not happening now because we're under the curses because of sin, transgression. So when sin enters into a nation, what happens? Degradation comes. But when there's righteousness and is keeping the law, then strength comes from that, life comes from that, growth comes from that. All right,
Godliness.
right, godliness comes from that.
Become like God.
Yeah,
One man of you shall chase 1,000, for the Lord your God, He it is that fighteth for you as He hath promised you.
right. So the Lord is going to fight for us by using that power, like He did in the time of Joshua. So if one man can chase 1,000, how much more than 144,000, man? Do the math on that. God
Heavenly
damn.
Father likes to show His power.
Yeah.
That's the weak.
Yeah.
That's why, like, that's the book of Joshua. Like, I remember, it says, I think they're fighting against 10,000, 20,000, and the Lord kept on reducing the numbers of Israel. He said, no, if there's 500, no, because if there's 500, He said, reduce it more, because you're gonna think that it was you that took them down. So I think altogether he left 300 men?
Yeah, 300.
Yeah, 300 men to
The one that kept their eye on the.
Yeah.
They was drinking, but they kept their eye about what was going on.
They kept on, the ones that were scared said go home. Everybody was scared, go home. And they kept on reducing the numbers, reducing the numbers. It's about 300, and they went and took 1,000 and 1,000 of them. That way it was to, the Lord kept on saying it, like because if we went up against them pound for pound, you know, 10,000, we destroyed them, then we're gonna think that we did it with our own power. And the Lord does not want to do that. The Lord wants His name exalted. So reduce the numbers all the way down to 300. That way, when you destroy them, you know the power came from Him.
He gets.
It didn't come to the truth.
He gets the glory, the Most High.
That's a Maccabee. The Most High shot up a great host in a small number. It's a Maccabee.
I believe in the book of Joshua as well. The ones that the Lord kept on, you know what I'm talking about, innit?
Because I wanted you to get that. Well, hold that precept, man. Give me Jeremiah 51. I wanted to hit that point right there, and then you can get me that. Well, anybody can get Jeremiah 51. Anybody can get that.
51 is what?
Yeah, Jeremiah 51 verse 1. Now it's start from the verse, not verse 1. Start from the verse when it talks about how the Most High has made us like a threshing instrument.
That 20, innit? Jeremiah 51, 20.
Jeremiah 51 and 20, and it says, Thou art my battle axe and the weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy